All right, let's dive right in. We're going to talk about a huge challenge that pretty much every company is facing right now. How do you make sure all the money, we're talking millions, that you're pouring into cloud, data, and AI is actually moving the needle for the business? It's a question that keeps a lot of tech and business leaders up at night. So let me just ask you point blank, are your big data and AI projects really delivering that knockout value you were hoping for? Or, do you get that sinking feeling that your tech teams are building these incredibly powerful, souped up engines, but they're not actually connected to the wheels of the business? And this right here is the heart of the problem. It's this massive, costly disconnect we call the strategy execution gap. Look, think of it this way. Your tech team builds this brilliant world-class race car engine. But what the business really needed was a heavy-duty truck to haul products. Both are amazing pieces of engineering, for sure, but they are totally misaligned. And that gap, that's where all the potential, the investment, and the value just disappears. So what if there was a way to systematically build a bridge across that gap? Well, that's what we're here to talk about. This brings us to the solution, a framework that is designed from the ground up for exactly this, strategic alignment. It's called Catalyst. So what is Catalyst, really? The best way to think about it is like a super advanced GPS for your entire technology strategy. It starts by locking in your business destination, what you actually want to achieve. And then it builds the precise turn-by-turn technical roadmap to get you there. It ensures every single dollar you spend is pushing you closer to that goal. And I really want to land on this quote because it says it all. This is not about creating some fancy, theoretical slide deck that just sits on a shelf collecting dust. No way. It is a deep, hands-on, technically driven assessment that gives you a specific architectural blueprint, something your engineers can actually grab and start building with today. And that's the whole journey right there. Catalyst provides this clear, structured path that takes you all the way from your high-level business goals and translates them into a tangible, AI-ready technical architecture that is purpose-built to deliver on those goals. Okay, so talk is one thing, but what do you actually get at the end of the day, right? What are the tangible things that this process delivers? Let's break down exactly what this actionable blueprint looks like. This thing is incredibly thorough, and it breaks down into a few key parts. First, we start with the why. That's the business objective alignment. Then, the what. A deep current state analysis to see exactly where you are today, warts and all. From there, we figure out the how. We do an AI readiness analysis to pinpoint your highest value opportunities. And then we design the solution architecture, the literal blueprint. After that, we get into the nitty-gritty with vendor and tooling analysis and a full total cost of ownership model, so there are no financial surprises. And finally, we wrap it all up with a solid governance plan and a prioritized roadmap, your step-by-step guide to get from here to there. And because this is a framework, not some rigid one-size-fits-all product, it's unbelievably versatile. So whether you're trying to figure out if you're even ready for AI, or you're planning a massive data transformation, or maybe you're just trying to get your cloud costs under control, Catalyst gives you that structured approach you need to actually succeed. Okay, so this all sounds great in theory, but you might be thinking, I've heard promises like this before from other audits or consulting gigs. So what makes this different? Why does this framework actually work where so many others fall short? Let's get into the key differences. First, and honestly, this is the most important one, the focus. A traditional audit is purely technical. It'll tell you if your servers are up to date, and that's about it. Catalyst is different. It connects every single technical recommendation directly back to a measurable business outcome, a KPI, a specific ROI. Put it this way, if a tech decision doesn't clearly help the business win, it doesn't make it into the plan. Period. Next up, the deliverable itself. So often, traditional consulting ends with a theoretical presentation. A slide deck full of abstract ideas. Catalyst delivers an actionable roadmap and a detailed architectural blueprint. It's not a what-if document, it's a here's how guide. You can literally hand it to your engineering lead and they can start building. The financial model is another huge differentiator. A lot of audits will just give you lift and shift pricing. Catalyst provides a full total cost of ownership model. It's the difference between knowing the sticker price of a car versus knowing the real costs to own, insure, fuel, and maintain it for the next 5 years. We look at the whole financial picture to maximize your return and kill wasteful spending. And finally, security and governance. In way too many projects, this is an afterthought, something you bolt on at the end. That is a recipe for disaster. Catalyst builds security and compliance right into the DNA of the architectural plan from day one. It's like building a bank vault with a lock integrated into the door from the start, instead of just slapping a padlock on later. It's secure by design. So, when you put all of these pieces together, the business focus, the actionable blueprint, the real-world cost model, the built-in security, what's the ultimate outcome? What problem does this finally solve? Well, it takes us right back to where we started. The result is a total transformation of your data and AI initiatives. They stop being just another line item on the IT budget, a cost center, and they become a powerful, reliable engine that gives you a real strategic advantage in the market. You finally get that clear, undeniable line from your investment to your impact. So I'll leave you with a question to think about for your own organization. Right now, is your data strategy just an expense, or is it truly your competitive advantage? Thanks for tuning in.